What's going on? How's everybody doing? New DLC. I'm gonna turn this down before I forget. Take it way down. New DLC. Time to explore a little bit. Feeling the African vibes. Not yet. Not yet. We can get that going right after the intro song. This is AGST. Escaping is the name of the song. So, okay. Hey, get out. Mouse, get out of here. Okay. New logo by Cherry, by the way. Let's knock something over. Okay. We're good. Everything's good. It's Greenwood. It's time for new DLC. Made some room on the last episode. Apple did make that red mouse. Absolutely. We got a game in town. We've got a lot of paper-thin people watching it. It's wonderful. But City's doing pretty good. The island over here doing great. Got the casino with Money Road. I think I put up maybe some fences. I don't know if those were here last time. All right, let's get that music out of here, and let's what is it? African Vibes, new radio station. You ready for that? Let me know how the levels are on that. Should be decent background music. It's good building music. I like it. I do enjoy the 3 new radio stations that they've added recently. This is on console. Yes. Ready? Here's the gigantic UI to prove it. So this idea was actually Amanda C's. I had the casino up here. It just so happened to work perfectly that we lined up a path through this existing kind of Stonehenge thing. And then I realized after the fact, like, I could just place all these rocks. But we're working with what was here. There's a park gate on either side to charge them for walking up and down to the casino. And then I think I showed it. If you saw the last episode, I made a particularly crazy start to a financial district. I actually had a Google Maps thing I was going to do. I never finished. Basically zooming in on how crazy Boston is. I'll try and add that at some point. There's a the financial district itself is pretty crazy, and we've got to kind of mess around with some of that stuff. So we've got a new tab over here. The buttons are getting smaller because there's more of them, and we can drop in the stock exchange. Now I'm pretty sure these are tied to milestones, but we've already unlocked all the milestones in this one. So it's probably like your 3rd or your 4th. I'm just guessing. It's in there somewhere. Okay, we unlocked it. That's the point. And we're gonna put the stock exchange in and start manipulating the game more than we already were. It's not like money was that tough, especially if you had Park Life DLC doing stuff like this. FTX Park. This is fantastic when there's games. In fact, like there's a game happening right now. When it lets out, it's gonna absolutely skyrocket our budget because everybody's getting on the trams to get on the metro, to get here, to walk through this park, to pay us another $20 for hopping on the train. They pay for it all. It's perfect. It's beautiful. So it's making a lot of money, unlike FTX actually. RIP. Hopefully we don't get busted. So we're not really part of it. It's just a parody. Please, FTC. So anyways, we've got this district planned out. It's called the Financial District. Let me tell you a little bit what I did just real quick, right? This is modeled loosely after Boston, including the Big Dig, which tunnels the highway underneath the city. Now, this is basically where 93 used to rip through Boston, or at least is what we're imagining. And now there's it's still dangerous roads. Like, you got to be careful as a pedestrian, but there's park life up top now, you know? So it gives them, you know, some places to enjoy nature, but also every place they can cut through is a park that they have to, it's basically a big park. It's pronounced Pame, by the way, so don't worry about that. It's fine. We've got a couple metro stops, and that all ties into the train, and that's all part of the system, so it's time. So let's find the stock exchange first. How big is this footprint? Ooh, it's just perfect on that block. But where do we want it? Because it's going to affect things in the area. I think this central block is really a good spot. It's actually not a bad spot at all, right? And oh, it just fits right there. Do we do we make it a little bit more? But let's see how it sits. We want it that way. I wasn't planning on putting it directly on the street, but let's see what it looks like on the street. It looks stupid on the street. Good thing we got a lot of money. Okay. Let's find a good spot for it. Let's bring it in a little bit. We'll make like a pedestrian area for it. So I'm trying to think, like, where do we want? Like, I kind of like it on this central block, which is one-way traffic. Maybe that's something worth just looking at as well. So coming into the city, there is the highway underneath, but basically there's this 4-lane road that runs all the way up and then all the way back. And then every so often, there's also alternating one-ways that crisscross that, and that's feeding traffic here into the train station. And we'll drop in some more unique, some skyscrapers, but it's just particularly crazy over here. Let's see. Sorry, let's do. Do we do here? Let's do here. So I don't mind this, but we're gonna make room. We're gonna move back a little bit. So, pedestrian paths. I guess we can sandstone with this. Do we want to fix this so it's a little bit more rigid? I don't know. I mean, it can be. It doesn't have to be perfect on the street next to it, I guess, is the thing. So it's just service vehicles that are going to be going there. And where are people crossing from? They're crossing from over here, so there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. We don't even want them necessarily walking up that way. Let's do that. And can we fit? Is there like a really tiny park we can put in there? This is probably going to be way too big, right? That's not the park objects. What do we have for really tiny stuff? Can we get a paradox in there almost? Can we move this back? Kind of have to fix this, don't we? Is that going to be maddening if I don't? How do we do this with minimal disruption to the park? So hold on a second. We can get rid of this taxi stand. Hopefully I'll remember to put that one back. AC, did you get back to me on the DLCs? Still yours if you need. Okay, what if we come down? Do we bend it that sharp? I don't want to. I want to use this space, but I don't want to have to redo all these fences again. Okay, we'll just fix it. We'll do this right. The fix it later is now. So we'll curve it. I want a little bit more straight though. Hold on. Do we do 8? Was 8 enough? Was 8 wide enough? Probably not. No, it was not. What do we need? We need another 2. Okay, we got this. We got this. Okay, so we'll come out 12. if it'll, I don't want 13. I want 12. Don't make me bulldoze this whole section and start over game. What is it? Is it the road guides that it is snapping to? Okay, can we sneak this in here without disrupting too much? We'll turn off all the snapping. I should disconnect this all at once because it's going to be too sneaky to do it otherwise, unless I do it in multiple steps. This is not what we're here for, though. Let's see if that's too awkward. Hold on a second, because we've got to connect this back through, and it's not the actual road that we're putting it on, but we needed more space than we had last time. So here's a spacer. We'll come back. Do we come back one more? I guess we'll put the snapping back on. And let's try this. Okay, hold on. So where was Paradox Plaza? It's here. Each if we connect that. We get this just a smidge down now. Right there. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. Oh, is this going to create giant spots where the intersections are? Did they patch that? Did they fix that now? Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that close to another intersection. We're going to have to come over at least a square for that. Which I think we've got room for. Hold on a second. We got this. I don't know why I was just trying to move a road. What is this? This PC? Let's nudge that over. Does nudging it over 1 let us do a road there? It's going to be a stupidly close node. We got this. Roads. I've been having fun trying to... No. Okay. I've been having fun trying to make a... what I'm going to call parklo. Is it a parklo for co or a co-parklo? What do we like better? A console capable... partial cloverleaf. It's a bit of work. Okay, can we do that? Is that stupid? We can get some trees and stuff in there, maybe? And that's not going to let me snap there, so hold on. Oh, all the way back. Favorites, please? Can I have some favorites so that we could work with a palette? No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Was it here? Okay. No! Oh my god. Okay, we go way more than we need on all sides. And that way we don't run into that problem and we'll just delete the excess later. Seriously, the joys of console building. Okay, we can do that now. Which means we should be able to do this game. No, don't. Oh, that's a segment because of that, of course. Okay, is that enough room? Are you happy now, game? We got this. Hey, financial districts, huh? What do we think so far? It's not terrible. I wish I could get... I can't get that closer, huh? That's part of the plaza? Is it? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Am I not going close enough to this thing? Oh, seriously, it's not. This is not. I'm clickbaiting at this point because it's not a financial stream. We have to get this right. So okay, that's first of all step number one. That's better. We wanted to be there. We want to go back to the sandstone. Yeah, okay, that's better. Right? And then if you're watching live and subscribing for this, I really appreciate you because just stay tuned. It's a lot of this. Oh, but of course, we're not going to be able to get another road in there side by side if I use the wide ones. Dang it. We're going to have to fill in the space better. We're going to do regular roads, which means we need new nodes. Oh my god. You got to look at the big picture because we still need this to connect through. This is actually very central to the design of this downtown. So we definitely don't want to get rid of that. Okay, we got this. Okay, I think I figured it out. Do we stay this far down? I think that we do. Okay, and then we start to curve it from there. And then what is this segment right here? 200? Ugh. So if we move this over... So what if we do, instead of 200, what if we do 160? And then can we move that? We can move that over a square now, right? Right. Is that enough to get this in here? Oh, it's pronounced Pame, Amanda C. I don't know what you're thinking. Okay, will this work? Because we want to have enough space to decorate evenly on both sides. I don't want to make it look sloppy. Not in the middle of all this. That's not the point. This property itself was at least designed and thought about. Does that give us a room? I think that does. Let's find out. Certainly, it's good enough for the area. So this is going to be what, 2-lane, one-way roads. We may as well break the right roads out now. I've been using placeholder roads. Okay, 2-lane one-ways that we were using for now. We can always not upgrade. We can always change these around later. Okay, now we need this. This one's actually going to be tricky to hook back in with that node right there. Maybe we do this one first. Yeah. I think we do that first. And then connect this straight to prevent pedestrians walking through. This is going to be highway. And we can actually... No, it's going to be 2-lane. Because we do not want traffic coming back the other direction on this particular road. So regular streets, parking, whatever you want, but no cutting through here. You have to go through the park for that. And in fact, did we delete a lot of fence here? Did I not have fence on this block? I did have fence on this block. I may as well finish this one back off. And then we can financial district, okay? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate you. Let's see. Where are parks? There's so many tabs. City parks, fences. There's other ways to get there, but that's the way I like. Let's turn the snapping off for a minute because this is a little tight over here. Right about there should be. We don't want to get too close because then. What if we do this? Can we just distance too short on that curve? There we go. What about that? No. Whatever. For now, it's fine. It's fine. Wall Street. Okay. We'll clean up the park later. It's fine. So we want to get this right on the middle of the street, and it looks like there's not even enough room for zoning on either side. Not a full square, at least. Can we get it? That's pretty good right there. We will connect this last piece of pedestrian path. Assuming it lets us, it does. And then what are these trees? These are... Is that oak? Is that beech? I don't know the trees that well. Is it this one? Wait, will it not let me get trees? Okay, let me get trees there. So how many are on the side of the building? 2? Are those different? Whatever, it's fine. So what if we do that? What if we just make this look like a consistent space? Right, and then how do we have those lined up just a little bit inside of there? So this is the big, oh, should have upgraded that first. This is the big road in and out, you know, around the town, up and downtown, basically. We're using the 4-lane roads with no other fancy options, so there should be no parking and no bike lanes or anything like that. It's just all car traffic. So a little bit funky of an intersection there. We might get some people crossing, but hopefully they're all going to cross right here at the park anyways. I would think. We'll see, though. We do need to, I guess, define this as a pedestrian area if we're going to do this, huh? To put it on that road. So the smallest of pedestrian areas. What is our what's our Wall Street called? Keeping in mind that we have Money Road to get to the casino and Payme Park, aka Pay Me Park, to get around anywhere in the financial district. So we'll do, let's just do this segment right here. And then where do we tuck a little service center? Maybe we don't even need, where is it here? Like, I mean, to support one building, do we put it on the same block? Hide it behind some trees? Do we put it out here? I think maybe we just hide it behind some trees on the same block. I mean, keep in mind, like, this place is going to be stuffed, so you don't really see that. I think that works. And we can shrink the size of the area down, which actually makes a big difference on budget. It is size-based. If you can really tighten up your pedestrian areas. No, I don't want to. I want that to remain a park area, please. I wish those could be separate. That would be really nice. Just to be safe. I don't want... And we can use the park tool to remove that. Oak Financial because of the trees. I'm down. Kanga, what's up? Don't worry, you haven't missed anything because I've been ticking around for 25 minutes. Remember to like. We just dropped in Wall Street. This is all we've done so far. Didn't even read the description of it, to tell you the truth. We have an area. Let's at least hit play on that and watch it not complain about a service area. Okay, good. And then no, we want the area, not the stock exchange. We're not there yet. How soon do you know financial? Because it's a big one to type on a gamepad. All right, Oak Financial. We're good there. We've got a district. We've got a ton of demand and like 25% unemployment. So maybe we give them some jobs and see what happens when we start moving in some of these new offices. And we're going to move them in around the this to start. One, because it will allow us to get rid of those power lines. But two, it has an area of influence. So I guess we'll start over here for now. That should fill up in no time. In fact, let's just take the hit on the power for a minute so that these can really move in. We'll disconnect a big part of our grid here. That's okay. So here's, I like the aspect of what we're about to get into. We're about to start messing around with the game economy and crashing systems because we can crash the stock and then make a bunch of money. So it breaks the money system, which wasn't necessarily a big deal, but I did leave the game waiting around for quite a bit. Hey, Apple. It's my wife. Oak Financial on Maple Ave. Make millions by messing with the budget. Yeah, exactly. Like we already could do that. So, just by cheating the taxes. So it's not necessarily that big of a win for the game systems. I have to say though, like I like the style of some of the buildings. But this is default office. I was like, these aren't the buildings that I've been looking at. Want to watch all these companies move out now that we've met our office demand? This is great. This is a stream. Residential specializations, office specializations. Here we go. Bitcoin. Okay, that helps. Anyone catch that one? Oh, man. Package has been delivered. Did you pull it inside, Apple? Because you probably want to open that for tomorrow. Apple's getting her Christmas present early. It's too useful to her in her day-to-day to not. Okay, so everybody's moving out. We're immediately meeting the office demand. And some of these buildings are kind of cool. But how they grow up is really weird, to be honest. And that's my aesthetic complaint about this one. Is I think it's torn between two ideas, and I could see like setting a lot of these to historical to prevent them from leveling up. But as soon as they do level up, like there's just this awkward juxtaposition. Like, is this one already leveled up? So, level up info. I mean, they don't even have power right now, so maybe we fix that and before I gripe. What is not connected? Like right here, this is all we need, and that gets the rest of it connected. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we've got some stuff moving in. We haven't played with any of the systems yet. Okay, this one's gonna level up. Perfect. Right. So that's a level 1 building. Kind of looks, you know, it kind of looks like a bank, like a financial institution. Can we get down on foot? But as soon as it levels up, it starts to have a skyscraper built out of the center of its spine. It's kind of like Aliens, or it's kind of like it's wearing an Edgar suit, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's no longer the financial building that it once was. It now has a skyscraper growing out of it, like a tumor, a giant capitalistic tumor. And I just thought that was kind of weird. Like, there's no final stage of the building where it becomes, for example, like, I think this skyscrapers pack, like, this is what a lot of the financial centers should look like. They've moved out of the old buildings by now. You know, where can this go? We get a little crazy with the roads around here. Can we get it on? Oh, we can get it on the main street. What is that going to absolutely shadow out? The expo center? Maybe we leave that open so that we can have some plazas and stuff and have some air in here. Could do that. And I think we could improve this look a little bit if we pave this over, basically. So where is that? We can do that over here. You know what I mean? But this could work. Do we put snapping back on for this? I don't think it matters, right? I think I can get in there. Come on. Really? Nope. Yep. Hey, thank you. So there's a couple grass patches. That's unfortunate. But, you know, at range, it looks, I think, a little bit better. We could also drop that back off the main street, but it works. Maybe leave that open for plazas. So yeah, so here we go. So they're already starting to level up quite a bit. And you can see, like, I think far away, everything's looking good. But it is weird to me how every single one of them, every single variation of the 72 buildings is kind of like that. I don't know. Is it me? Is it weird? It's two different buildings, right? Like this, you know what we need? If we're gonna have two different buildings looking like this, I need mixed commercial and residential, please. Has anyone not like lived like right near or on top of a store or something, like, or knows somebody that has? Like, is that there's always residential space above stores and commercial zones. It's like how every downtown works. It's not a Tuma. It's a skyscraper. But I think it does really though have a good look, like from a skyline perspective. It's weird to me like how they all, every single one of them grows up like that. I guess like some of these I think blend a lot better. And I saw Egg kind of I think lay them all out in a video, and he put like, you know, a small one on a corner next to a leveled up one, and it actually kind of looks like it makes sense there. See, Gary knows. You live right about, yeah, exactly. We need mixed use zoning, please. And I was going to make a video, and I may as well rant about it now. We don't need more than 9 tiles. We need maps that respect the fact that we only have 9 tiles to work in. And I do kind of like this one in that regard, because it does constrain the build a little bit naturally. Like if you look around, like there's a giant mountain range around the entire map. There's a reason why the building stops. And a lot of the new maps, Map Pack 2, by the way, I think they are fantastic. I think they're beautiful. I think they're much better designed for 81 tiles. I think you have to make some really funny shaped cities. There's only one that I was kind of really happy with, to be honest, from a 9 tile limitation perspective. Because like I see the space and I want to build, you know, to the edge of that mountain. So that I can see if I can throw a football over them. Okay. Hey, financial districts. Let's we circled the airport for a while, coming in for a landing. When we put the stock exchange in, what does it tell us? It's a $60,000 building with an almost $1,000 a week upkeep. It does have entertainment. If you're a trader, I guess that's entertaining to you. I don't know. Looks like insanity to me. Stock exchange and financial. Oh, noise pollution, by the way. Stock exchange, a financial hub of the city where stock trading takes place. Building a stock exchange allows you to make investments in various companies. Okay, so here's the thing. It allows us to manipulate the game systems, basically. So welcome to Market Maneuvers 101 here. Basically, can we interact with this thing already? We can add... Okay, we got to get the stock exchange up to get banks. Large bank... Skyscraper bank, okay. And then we get different plazas when we get to different levels. It's all level 2 stuff, level 3. And then this is the big one. The International Trade Building is another area of influence effect that we can unlock later on. So, okay. So do we interact with the... I think can you interact here? Oh, I'm interacting with the zone, not the building. Okay. Here's our stock market. By the way, African Vibes playing in the background. Hopefully everybody can hear. Chirp Air. What is like? What's okay? So basically, all the services in our city have a stock tied to them. Like we see, we have to upgrade some of these. Like Death Care right now, not doing the best. Basically, we can cause problems by defunding stuff or turning all the healthcare buildings off, crash the price of the stock, and then overfund it to make it support the system really well, and then sell all your stock for money. So it's basically just like quick loans that you can take out effectively. They're not even loans. Like you can quickly rob the economy of the citizens you were already manipulating. Traffic logistics. Yeah, you can just like make a really bad intersection like break down. I think probably the easiest way, though, is going to be healthcare. We need at least 3 healthcare buildings in the city. Did we not? Healthcare. We have to have a big one over here, right? I already put a big one over here. We have one over here, and then we have nothing in this area? For real? What are the new... is there small med clinics? Yeah, is this the one? Oh, that's Art Deco. How big is that? Right? That's probably medical coverage? Does this cover medical? I don't see. I don't get it. That's elementary. Oh, there's another elementary? Why did I miss that? I'm the worst. Whatever. Let's just put in. Do we put in a small clinic? Do we have another variation on that? Could we? It'd be awesome if we could tuck one in there. Really? Okay. We'll move one business out to have coverage over here and over here just for the heck of it. We don't really need it. But I want to be able to really manipulate the system, so we'll do this. Because we want to have really good coverage, really good healthcare availability. And we can turn them all off, I think. So let's go see what's what over here. Hold on. We'll pause it. Actually, we'll let it play. We may need to let it play to have it build up. We're going to have to zone some more stuff over here too. So we're at level 1, investment gains until next level. So we have to make money. Healthcare service fund. So what is our... Is time passing? Is it still playing at 3 times speed when this menu's in the background? Like we can't see. This could be problematic. Does time not pass on console when we're in this menu? What's the date? It's 4/7. Hold on a second. This could be really problematic. Is time not passing? Oh my god. Come on! Come on! I am 99% sure, and I might want to boot up my I'm pretty sure time passes when you're looking at this menu on PC. Because am I imagining somebody watched the live stream, right? Somebody had to have watched the live stream where they revealed these features. Was Maddie not watching the stock go up and down? She was, right? I'm not imagining things. I'm not remembering my own experience with the PC version wrong. Are you kidding? So I have to let it play and keep loading in and coming back to it to scroll down to it again, to see if the stock is going up or down. You've seriously got to be kidding me. This is why they need to give me versions early so I can give them this feedback. How is that fun? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's check the price and scroll down again. Oh, it's on the way up. Should we buy should we defund everything and see how low we can get it? Let's manipulate the system here. Okay. Hospital off. Hospital over here off. Where was this one? Right here. Off. And where do we put this one? Up top. Okay, so all of that is off now, and now we can also go into economy, budget, healthcare, and we're going to defund it. Okay, now we head back over to stock exchange and go in and out of it. Because that's how you play. Let's see where... Oh no, they need to be active. They need to be active. Pause. Okay. Okay, you want healthcare facilities? Good luck getting to them. Okay. Play. No, don't demo it! It's not the casino. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Okay, how's our healthcare doing now? Wait, it's going up? Wait, hold on, what is it at? It's at 476. Let's wait a couple days. Not looking at the price. There's gotta be, tell me there's a way around this. There's gotta be a way around this. No. It's in the window that pauses time. Oh! That design decision hurts. Why? Oh my god, that's so... Oh my gosh. Hey, we're on the way down. 426. Let's see how low it goes. Hopefully we don't wait too long outside not looking at the price. Oh, wait a minute. Can we see the price on here? No, that would be... Oh. That would be awesome. One of those does not indicate healthcare, does it? Okay, where's it at? How low do we wait for it to go? Let's see. So we're at 386. We'll be back in there in a minute. I gotta say, like, two things. A couple things. First of all, I get these DLCs for free, right? They are supplied to me, but I'm under no obligation to give them good reviews or promote them if I don't want to. I've really enjoyed what all the DLCs have brought to the console. It's a way to get that. It's the next best thing to mods, and I do enjoy how they've changed the game mechanics. And I think this is a fun game mechanic that we can play around with. I think it's a super odd design aesthetic. Like, every single building is growing out of another building. Every single one. Like, none of them are, you know, a unique tower. That's number one. The game mechanics, okay, the game mechanics could be fun, but I'm going to be honest, like, this screams I wasn't play tested, because who thought this was fun, like, coming in and out of here and waiting and not seeing the real time? Am I missing something, chat? Does anyone have this on console and like I'm just being an idiot and there's a way to do this without pausing time? Like, is there another info view we can bring up? Oh, wait a minute. Is this how we do it? No. Okay, never mind. I was really excited for a second there. What about, I don't know if you watch a Tim the Tatman, but that feels like a Tim the Tatman video title. I was spectating cities and they tried to cheat the system, but it wouldn't let me in. We are at 326, so it is ticking up a little bit, which is odd. What? Ugh. So is the fact that they are complaining take them offline effectively? There's that. Enjoy. Quench your thirst. An STFU. Okay, play. Come back online so I can manipulate the system in a very painful UI, please. Is that going to power everything? Did I set that up right? Is there zero wind here? Don't worry about that. It should be fine. What's going on over here? Oh, because we're not funding healthcare. Okay, can we... Why is this not coming online? Can we get another power plant over here? Like, what do I need? Here. There's power. Like, what do you want? Is there zero wind over here? For real? Oh, are they gonna complain as soon as they can't get sewage? Okay. Okay, game. 296. Okay, let's we can buy 1,000 shares at a time. You own the maximum number of shares. Okay. Let's undo this fiasco for now, because the UI is enough of a fiasco. We'll just let some buildings move in. Oh man. Okay, healthcare budget. Back up to 100. Probably 150 until we clear that death wave. Okay, anyways. Living Dead edition. Oh, that's right. I forgot to turn our facilities back on. Because we do have good healthcare coverage when they're not shut off. Oh, is that people that are all sick? That died? Did I mess something up really bad? Because how do we have a death wave at the same time? Is that just literally from not funding healthcare, which is also HERS's? From underfunding it? That's too bad. A lot of dead people. Wow. Do we have death coverage over here? I don't know if we do. We should put that like right across the street from the stock market. If you have a bad trading day, just jump in a hole. Will it fit here? No. Out here. Perfect. Perfect for now. Pick up some bodies, please. Cinematics. Let's take a beautiful look around the city for a minute. Actually, we're supposed to be watching the stock price, aren't we? Are we funding everything now? So what's our price at? We could gain $700,000 right now. Sure. We just made $700,000. That's how you make $700,000 in City Skylines. Thanks for tuning in. Oh man, we should probably check out the maps. Go on that rant next. Man. Not gonna lie, super disappointed with that implementation in the UI. Much more fun on PC. Letting time pass and watching the stock price real time. That is a major oversight in the UI. Honestly. I'm sorry. I'm coming on cam for that. I wasn't gonna get on cam tonight. I was gonna play some games. But that is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. Please tell me I'm stupid and I'm missing something, but that cannot be how they intend us to play this game in the long run. That had to be a mix-up. Did somebody... Right? How? How can that be how we play the game? Go into the menu. Scroll down to the thing that you want. It's not the price? Okay, back out. Go back into the menu. Scroll down to the thing that you want. Like, no, that's not how you do it on PC. Right? There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to show that information. Right? AC, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it was like the most basic check of systems. Does it work? Yes. But is it efficient? Is it fun? No. I just traded one stock. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing that. You could totally manipulate the system and you could play it smart. Like as you're about to do upgrades, like, you know, put some money into it, do your projects and like just naturally, like you don't even have to cheese it necessarily. Like you could choose to do some big project and invest into that and then sell for some extra money. But with no way to monitor it and you just have to pause time to look at the price. I love this game, obviously. I've played thousands of hours of it on console. Absolutely love it. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. So let's save Greenwood. Let's go load up some maps. Here's a parcel I'm working on. Springdale 2.0. What's this? Creative build, messing around with some ideas. Save game, Greenwood. Maybe I'll leave that alternate save just in case. In case messing with the healthcare system this badly for $700,000 wasn't a good idea. I was hoping to get the LUTs too. That would be nice. A nice little addition. Even if it was just changing between the built-in themes like tropical and boreal and the defaults, like that would be fine. That would be kind of fun to be able to change the palettes of a map, of a look. Okay, we're gonna quit. We're gonna load up some map packs. And we're gonna talk about the 9-tile problem on console because these maps are so beautiful. They're so lovingly crafted, and they are I mean, like, support the creator. Like, you can get free maps on Steam, but these are 10 amazing maps that I think would be really fun builds if you have unlimited tiles. Let's load them up and try and figure out, like, where would we want a city to live on these maps. By the way, there are financial district maps as well. Should we just go through all of them? Let's go through all of them with the cheats on so that we can figure out the 9 tiles. And I made notes. I went through every single one of these. And my note on almost every one of them was this would be really cool with 81 tiles. The very first one that we're actually about to dive into is not terrible. It's a decent 3x3 square right off the bat, which is kind of fun. So first of all, highways, so beautiful. They may be flooding right off the start, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. Just a little water runoff. But the map itself, right? This one actually, it's really nice. I love this one. Not all of them though start on like a center tile, so like you got to look like how far out you can go, right? Because we're limited to 9 and you can only go so far. But on some of these maps, you're already starting in a corner and you can't buy edge tiles on console, right? So, so let's take a look at this, right? Like how do you build the city? Well, you're absolutely going to use this tile, no doubt. Do we want to build our way out to the islands? I mean, it's kind of all islands, and we probably want to build our way to that other highway. That just makes sense, right? And there's a good exchange over there. But let's see where we can get, right? So we want to go south for sure. Now, and here's the trick, right? Do we ignore that side? Maybe. Like, I think that's wild enough that could be some highway that isn't built up. There's an old abandoned factory back there. Maybe we ignore it and maybe we leave that highway, another factory up there. So like, it's actually not bad because it acts as kind of window dressing for that back area. Maybe it's abandoned, maybe it's not. It's just something off in the distance. So, do we own this island and not build over here? Like, I think that would be silly, right? So you kind of have to invest in this half of the island. Do we go get this? Probably not. So I think, we could work over here. Down here is not bad. That's more good island space, right? And we don't want to just be on the edge of this. So you kind of have to keep building this way. Now, if we go over to this tile, I think that makes sense too, right? Because you got highway access, relatively flat plateau, and just like looking at the space, if you were built here, you'd be built over here. It just makes sense. So do we just do the 9 tile square, or do you start to get funky? Because this isn't necessarily the best buildable space over here. But again, this is not a great example of my complaint. It's a good example of a map that I think you could decide maybe, what the last tile is. Maybe it's not those last 2 or that last one, but this is not a bad map. But a lot of the other examples are pretty rough, and we're going to dive into those. So I don't know. So that question, is it worth it? It's totally up to you. My big complaint about the maps is they're not great for people with only 9 tiles. And we're gonna go through all of it. So hopefully at the end of this, that was the first map. We already talked financial districts a little bit. But we're gonna load up all the maps, and you'll see like that is a unique one that does not have the same problem. So next one is called Narrow Passage. We'll load it up with all the cheats again. And this one I noted specifically, no good shape. That's my note on this one. I'm reading my paper right now. No good shape. Yeah, paper notes, I know. So, I mean, beautiful spot. Like, this could be a really cool build on PC. Absolutely, without a doubt. It's really nice. I love it. I love, the maps are so good. But how do we make this shape? How do we make this space? So, maybe we don't build that way, but we certainly could. I think it makes sense to explore right this way, this side of the island. Now, do you or don't you build over there? Right? I mean, you're probably gonna, if you're building here, you're gonna want to build that way along the highway on both sides, and I would think around the lake. It's really tough concessions that you have to make. Because like I would want to build at least all the way around that. Right? I'd want this landmass. I'd want to build around that lake potentially. You know, I wouldn't mind building over there as well. Like I wouldn't mind spreading out the build a little bit. But it's not really an option that we have. And then, you know, if you want to build over this way, which I think would make sense, do you chop the build off there? Do you ignore this peninsula out here? And if you buy it, you know, I mean, you're leaving a lot on the table. It's tough. It's really tough to make some of these decisions on these maps, and partially because they're so beautiful and you want to use all that space. It doesn't make sense that you'd have a city and that there wouldn't be anything over in that flat plateau just out of reach. These are, again, that's the second financial districts map. So there's 5 maps with financial districts. There's 10 with the DLC. This one I noted was not the worst. But it's a really funny shape to get to the rail. And that's another thing, right? Like, and I'll own up to my own mistake on this one. Season 7 of my Let's Plays was Portsmouth. And the first 4 episodes, technically, I don't know if they counted towards the episode count. But I did 4 episodes on creating the map and importing satellite data, which, by the way, that site doesn't work anymore. But one of the things I mentioned was, you know, let's consider the design of this map for people that might be playing without mods, right? Maybe they download the game, but they don't have 81 tiles. So I said that and then built the train tracks in a way that you couldn't get to them without a mod anyways. So, yeah, right. Maps need more squares because they are designed to take advantage of the 81 tiles. And that's what I'm saying. We could use a map pack that's really good at giving us a 9 tile space. Because to be fair, right, if you're on PC and you're on Steam, you can download thousands of maps. You don't need to pay for a map pack. You can get maps from that same creator who they contracted to make these maps for the content creator pack. So, like, you have thousands of maps. We're the ones that need the maps. Design some of them for the console players, please. Like, I know that the game's been out forever, and you know, I don't necessarily want to advocate for endless DLC, but like, come on. Who's going to benefit from the maps most of all? The people that can't download maps. So where would you build here, right? Are you going to build to that plateau? Do you want the ability to cut into that highway? Do you maybe want to modify this? I don't know. It's not terrible. But where do you build? And where do you concede not getting to build? Like, I think we got to do that. I'd like to build over here. You know, I could forgive not building up on that hill. We could make that work. You know, but where are those train tracks, right? Are those the train tracks? Pretty sure. So, you know, we have to go right up that way because that doesn't have train. That doesn't have train. So these two have train right here. If you want train, you got to go up there. And if you want shipping, we get to shipping from these, but not from these. You can get to them from those. So, like, you have to buy one of these edge tiles if you want to get to certain things. So definitely some problems. Console players get auto aim in COD. I mean, it depends on the game, but it's not necessarily actually an advantage. I am way better at Halo with a controller, but it's not because of auto aim. It's because of movement, like side strafe movement that I can do easier with a controller. But if you plant my feet still and give me a sniper in Halo with a keyboard and mouse, I'm gonna destroy people. Just don't ask me to move. You know, so it does depend on the game. Okay, new game. We'll take a look at all these. Where were we? That was that River Terrace? Yes. Windblown Coast. Now, again, another absolutely beautiful map. Completely advocating, supporting the creator on this, and especially if you're on PC. But I gotta recommend caution. I do. I have to recommend caution for the console players here. This one. What did I note? Great look, 81 tiles. Oh, the next one has an interesting trumpet we can't access as well. That was kind of fun. So look at this. I mean, this is beautiful. This is so great. Like, how cool would it be to build here? It's desert, but there's water access and beautiful mountains and sparse vegetation. It's a really cool space. It's a really cool thing. But where do we build, right? You know, you'd build up to the train tracks up here, probably, right? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you have another, you know, an industrial area, something on the other side of this highway? You know, if you're going to build here, that looks like a really nice buildable island. But, you know, how many tiles do you have to burn just to build a reasonable shape there? And then, all of a sudden, we've only got one tile left, and we can't, you know, if we could have those three, if that shape of the map was there, that would be okay. But we can only have one of these. And you know, maybe we don't build out to this island, right? Maybe that was a stupid choice. But if we, right, for example, you know, want to build to either side of this peninsula, which I think, again, makes sense. Like, it wouldn't make sense that there's town and life here, but, you know, not here next to the factory and train tracks and water and... I don't know. Am I being overly judgmental? I don't know. Okay, Kong, hey, I don't know if I said hello, but hello. Hello. Wyvern Pass, another one. Fantastic, 81 tiles. Weird trumpet that you can't get to. And what is this? What is this chicken scratch? Train awkward shark. Awkward shape. Awkward shape to get to train. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Wyvern Pass. I really like the look of this one too. So Wyvern Pass. Good for 81 tiles. Awkward shape to get to the train. And an odd trumpet that we can't access. It might be because this one's an off-center starting square. And we can't get too close to the edge. That might have been the case. So this one's really cool, right? This sunken river. Like this is beautiful. Look at that bridge over there. Right? So, like, we've got to claim this. We've got to claim all this plateau up here. Like, how... You got to. So right away, you know, like, that doesn't make any sense not to do that. So if we come down here, again, you would have something between here and the highway on one of these plateaus. If you're, you know, unless you're trying to build a small town. If you're trying to build a small town, great. Right? But okay, let's say we want to build up this way. You can't go any further up. So we can't access this highway. We can't hook into it again, like, because we literally cannot buy those tiles. It's too far. It's too close to the edge of the map, right? Because of where that starting square is. So it's beautiful, but you basically can work with this one plateau and not even all of it, which, it's unfortunate. Those are the 5 maps from the financial districts. And then there's the 10 from the new map pack that we'll buzz through. These are beautiful. These are more beautiful than the financial district ones. Bay of Rivers. Again, we're into the map pack now. Map pack 2 just came out, part of that what, triple pack? Is it the radio, the districts, and the map pack that's part of that bundle? So the radio, I will say, is something else that, you know, if you want to support Paradox, you could also listen on Spotify to those same radio stations. A lot of them are on there already. And a lot of people that play on PC would probably do that. Anyways, but you have Spotify integration with PlayStation and Xbox. My 6-year-old knows how to do it. She puts albums on while she plays Minecraft. Is the console getting more than 9? No, it isn't. It isn't. It's not the please get more than 9 tiles club. It's the please design maps with 9 tile people in mind, because they're the ones that need to buy them the most because they don't have mods, and especially on console, you don't have the ability to download maps, right? The only way for us to get new maps into the game is to purchase them, and they are not designed for console players. I'm fine with being limited to 9 tiles. Would I love it if console also had 81? Sure, for sure. But give us a map. Give us a map that we can actually use. Let's. I mean, like you can kind of tell, right? Like right away, we can buy a ton of space, but there's no good way to slice this one. It's an absolutely beautiful map, but how do you constrain your city? You know, why would you not want to build into all those spots, and why would you not build over there? And this one would kind of be like a cool rural build, the rural juror. So, you know, it again, so beautiful, and I love some of the highways in here. Check this thing out. Check out that graphical glitch, by the way. This has been happening to me a lot. Is that coming through on the stream? The lines on the highway. I think that it is. It's really weird. Greenwood has some really broken looking parts. I don't know what's going on lately. But the highway, you know, if you don't move, there we go. Looks great. It's like the trees don't move and everything's fine. So yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful maps. But let me see which ones. Maybe we don't go through them all. Land of the Isles was the one that I wrote down as best so far. It was the first one I was like, yeah, it's not terrible. Not terrible for 9 tiles. Halfway through the list. And please, this is not a dig on the creator. These are beautiful maps. Tour has been a huge help. Appreciate that. I'm glad that's what they're there for. Hopefully people learn. I had fun with the stack interchange one. Really took off. I'm glad that one seems to be useful. I stole the square in the center, but then just made it really easy to follow the rest. I you know, the design I found is a little overcomplicated. But I definitely credited the original creator for that core though. Do some really cool stuff. Like this is interesting. It's a little over-engineered in spots. But like, okay, so you know, the intersection goes that way. I wouldn't just have a dead street. We'd want to build over there. And then do we want to, you know, snag this? Probably. You know, this one was one that was not terrible. So like a little funny shaped over here, but you could get away with this one, I think. But you know, again, it's so close. It's like, oh, I'd love to finish my build all the way to the water right here. And then it would be kind of cool if we could also finish the build over there. And over there, I guess, too. Like, why does your city live here but not over here? You know, that's the big complaint. You know, and although I would like to think you could support more, the game itself, to be fair, right, on PC without mods can only support 9 tiles. So I am fine with that limitation. It's unfortunate, but again, it's the maps are not designed with 9 tiles in mind. And that's a juxtaposition that doesn't work. I just realized that we have no music because I played through all the African vibes already. We'll play the 80s downtown beat. But it's something that doesn't jive. It's something that doesn't sit well together because like here's a game that you're only supposed to use 9 tiles on, but here's a map that you need 81 for. well, then give us the 81 tiles. No? Okay, then give us a map that's designed for 9 tiles. Okay, second best I had is what Table Mountains. And then the last one was the best one, which I might do a build on console. But my next PC build is going to be New Boston. I'm going to redesign and reimagine Boston, capture a bunch of different neighborhoods and the themes around them, but rebuild the infrastructure and try and make it work in cities. Let's see here. Selecting a starring tile would be cool too. Okay, so this one, Table Mountains, beautiful map. I love it. They're all a little different, a little unique. The terrain is very lovingly crafted. Smooth slopes in some and crazy ones in the other. So I naturally want to build in the flat areas around the highway. It makes sense. Like that's why the highway runs through there, because people live there. And I guess we'll try and build this way, but we can only go up there. So, maybe, but I kind of want that tile then. And then do we come over here? Like I said, this is not the worst, because a city could kind of live here. It's a little bit of an open space, but maybe we, put a little town here and the highway runs off into the distance. So this one's manageable, but there's little spots like there's a road to a tunnel there that we can't get to. That looks like maybe it was under construction. I don't know. Is that the design? And we can kind of, we can maybe use some across the river, and then we can't use any of that. So it's everything's situated a little oddly. That's the runner-up though, in my opinion. The best one is the last one. We saved the best for last in this case. So if we go all the way to the end of our map selection, we've got Winding River. And let's take a look at this one. Oh, here I'm waiting for it to load. Okay. Okay. So we're going to buy this tile just to go look at this over-engineered intersection. Look at this thing. This is crazy. Okay, so you got highway coming in from a tunnel. You've got another highway over there intersecting with it. And I'm going to let you soak it all in. You figure out how to get from A to B. You work that out for a minute. You tell me. I skipped a few decoy, only because they honestly are all 81 tiles. They're beautiful, but I'm a console channel, and I think I've made my point. This one's pretty good though, but this over-engineered intersection, I love / hate it. Like, look at the space that takes up. It's like a good third of a tile. But this one, wrong button. This one is again one of the better ones, I think, because of just the shape of it. I think we can go all the way out to that. Let's see. Let's zoom back in. Do we want that? Maybe. We definitely want that. We'd like to get both these coasts, I think. And we have 3 left, so we want to get this, and then probably here and here. This is my preferred shape for this map, I think. So it gets us most of that intersection. Little tiny little bit we can't change there, but it gets us all this flat area all the way up to the water, right? That makes lots of sense. You can't build through here, but would you? Would you have a pocket of life here, and road would come back this way, and then you could even build up to the waterfront over here. Not too bad. So there's little spots that are tucked away that you can build. This I thought was really weird too. I don't know if anyone has loaded this one up. So this is a kind of a partial cloverleaf, but it's only bus lanes on the top, and then all these segments start with bus only roads. So it's like a car can't come down here because it can't turn around because that last segment is bus lane. So it's like, I guess it's supposed to be like a bus terminal down here. Maybe airport bus terminal come into the city is kind of the philosophy, I would think, behind that. but I can't really quite put this together in my head, so I'm not 100% sure. Plus, this turns around to nothing. It's a highway that goes to a bus lane turnaround, but where does that bus turn around to? Nowhere. It can't. It despawns. Probably not the best for your bus routes. I don't know. What am I missing on this? This is definitely the shape, though. This is the one that has by far the best shape. We can't get to that crazy stuff over there, but I think this one, if you're going to build on any of these ones on console, there's the areas. Like that's probably your best bet. And it was disappointing to go through 15 maps before I found one that I was really excited about building on, because it literally was the last one I loaded out of all 15. Because that is my challenge, and as is many of yours. Like I think half my audience at one point when I polled was console. So like I have to think of it from that. No, it's called the Transport Hun from now on. Sorry, AC. As soon as next Transport Hun we build is in your honor. So yeah, I do like this map, but is this? I love that it zoomed in on this over-engineered intersection, but what else is it going to zoom in on? It goes to a road, so it's going to be this or the Transport Hun. Ooh, that's interesting. Just seeing a ship floating out in the water. I'll take it. Let's go get COVID. Everybody, hop on board. More ship. Okay. So I wish I had a stack ranking ready to go with the new DLC. Do we do it live? Do we stack rank the DLC? Is that what this stream has turned into? Let's see. Can I do this I think I can do this in Canva. Does anyone Kanga, can you see real quick if there's like a stack rank that I don't have to log into a Twitter account for? Number 1 and 2 that has all the latest DLC? Probably not. It's probably a tough ask. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do it in Canva. Is probably my easiest way. Whatever. But you know what the point is? I think this is pretty close to the bottom. That's my assessment. Let's start there. Let's put. I mean, not the whole pack, but the bundle certainly as a unit. I'm sorry, I can't. I feel bad, right? But again, I'm under no obligation, and I've really loved everything that's been added so far. This is a rough one, and it got rougher interacting with the financial districts piece. That was really tough. Was everyone here for that? Let's quit out of this. Planes heading out to sea. They should head out and never come back. They know what's good for them. Let's load up. We'll load up Greenwood again. This is the one that we just saved with all the financial buildings moving in. And in case you missed it, I want you to see the aesthetic of this and the gameplay of this. They've got to change this. There's no way this isn't a patch, because it can't be how they want you to play the game. So we tanked our healthcare to knock the stock price way back down. But in order to come in here and buy and sell stocks, when you do this to check the price, time pauses. That price will never change. So you have to come back out, to go back in, to scroll back down, to check the price. On PC, you can pop that menu up separately and time passes, and you can watch the stock price go up and down. So, I mean, what is this? What is this DLC? You know, it's once in a while this building could make sense, but like old building on top of with a new skyscraper on top every time, 72 times over. And a system that's not particularly fun to play on console, right? Like, I don't mind how you play this. I don't mind if you exploit the system, if you try and break the city, or if you just legitimately want to invest in things you're about to expand for infrastructure. But this UI, it ain't it. And for me, aesthetically, this isn't it either. I mean, I know the console textures are rough, but just the design choice of every building starting like that and then upgrading into the parasite coming out of its brain that is capitalism. Some of them work and some of them don't. Like what? Like, I'm sorry, but this is like a super narrow house built in 1700s Amsterdam with a financial tower on top of it. Like, okay. And one thing, how come color correction isn't on console? So they did tweet something about, which sounded like they're working on it or they forgot to include it. I'm willing to bet that, I mean, honestly, can I give you my speculation? I'm going to bet that if they didn't catch this, that the game pauses when you bring up this UI, that they didn't particularly play test it so much to the point that maybe the LUTs are technically in the game code, but we don't have video settings. So there's no place in the game to change that LUT. It wouldn't surprise me if they are in the game, because technically they are in the game. When you load up into a map, it's tropical or boreal or European, and that is part of what changes the color palette of the grass, the road, the dirt. It changes that color scheme. So in theory, they are in the game, and the new ones probably are too, and I don't think there's UI built to take advantage of it, honestly. I suspect that's what it is, but I have no idea. But I think that would be really funny and go well with this game pausing when you're looking at the stock prices. So, you know, is Financial Districts a must on console? No, I really don't think that it is, because it's certainly not a fun system to play. There are, you know, there's new plazas and stuff that you have access to. We can't even really look at them yet because we need the stock market to level up, and how we level up the stock market is by investment gains until never mind. So here, yeah, so now we're gonna make a giant tower grow out of this thing too. Hold on, can we do 3? Oh, we made enough money to upgrade this thing quite a bit, huh? Is it? Stand back, I don't know how big it gets. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, we need to make more money. No, I don't want to make more money. The system's so painful. It gets really obnoxious and big and might be as tall as this thing. It might. Do we just kill everybody to find out? I don't know. I feel like I don't want a lot of this in my town, and I feel like this is not a fun mechanic that I needed anyway with 10 million in the bank. So that's my review. Let's load up the Parklo just to take a look at what I was messing around with. I didn't kill them, Kanga. Just because I decided to stop providing healthcare doesn't mean it's my fault that you died. Go find healthcare elsewhere. Get on an airplane, get on the train. We don't have an airport. Get on the train, go out of town, find coverage. It's not my fault. New game? No. Load game. Parklo for Co. Or Co Parklo. Messing around with some ideas here. And I'm trying to do it in a way where it is easy to repeat. That's the whole point. I'm trying to come up with an easy tutorial. It's massive though. But it makes sense and it's relatively easy to follow, and I'm still fine-tuning a couple of the bends. So this isn't even, you know, like incredibly useful where this is, right? But essentially what happens here. So you've got highway traffic. If I want to go, what do you want to do? Do you want to go straight, left, or right? I don't care particularly about building in a turnaround. If you are forcing your highway traffic to turn around, you weren't engineering the way that they got to the highway correct in the first place. So that's one consideration. I only care about in this design straight, left, or right. So straight, just stay on the highway, right? Everybody can figure that one out, I hope. Woodwick, thanks for subscribing, appreciate it. So okay, you're on the exit ramp. If I want to go right, I go that way. And I run into a two-lane, it becomes a 3-lane. It's a one-way, and we've separated out the road. So even if this isn't a highway, if this is your main Main Street, proposition here is to separate and then reconnect at like a 4-lane in the middle. So if I want to go right, I go right. If I want to go left, I follow this around, and this is where things get kind of cool. Oh, sorry, I think I have double radio playing. I do. So here, right when you're exiting, this becomes 2-lane highway. So this one is mass transit DLC specific, but it's an interesting way to do this interchange, because now, right, I can only turn right, but the people coming this way can either go straight or get on the highway on the 2-way, which becomes a 1-way, which links up with the left hand of this. And this is the thing that I'm really trying to dial in. So if you're going this way, I haven't built the right yet. Did I build the right over here? Oh, of course I did. Of course I did. It's the, I just explained it. It's this. It's the 2-lane highway. So we can go straight, we can go right, or we can go left. And the left is where things get a little funky, because it's coming over this other segment of road before looping back and moving in. And I'm just trying to dial this in where it's easy, it's consistent, it's quick measurements, but it also kind of looks nice. So again, I'm going to dial this one in, but let me show you the basic formula here. We've got 2 roads that we want to cross. Perfect. What a great handy thing to have over here. Always go lowest elevation step. But here's how you build the core of this thing, is you want to be at least a couple ticks apart. So let's actually give ourselves a guide here. Some zoning. So we'll come off a center, 1 click off, right? So technically 1 click, 2 clicks over. Up 3 units, right to the edge of the road, and we'll clear our highway that way. And then again, 1 extra and that way. So that's the tricky part, right? We want to get over the highway, but we want to also make room for this loop to come back around underneath. So what we do in this case is we're going to come out 10 units on both sides, just to make it nice, easy measurements. Okay. The left road, the one, I should say the right road here, the one that wants to take a left, I should say, that one's going to stay on top. So we're going to come out 12 for a smooth slope. And we're going to come out 12 without going down to stay on top of that piece of road. And then come down from here. Down to flat. So that lets us, and I'm still trying to figure out and dial in the angle here, but that lets us come over this road like that to link up to the highway going that way. So that's the first like little tricky part that I've got to work on. The other part though is really easy, is coming back around to this particular connection. So let's say we want to come off the highway, right? It's actually easiest to build it from right here. So curve out 10. And then do it again. So another 10, but you don't want to snap up. You want to go underneath like that. And then, I don't know, I would probably connect this out again for just for easy measurements, like another 10 units before I build the part that loops back up with the highway. But those are the kind of the 2 tricky things that you have to figure out is, you know, how much space do I want to take up, and I'm going to dial this in so that it's really kind of right on top of one another and smooth sloping and will really look the part. But yeah, there's going to be definitely some finessing that has to be done, because I went looking, like I don't think there's a good part flow out there for console for truly vanilla gameplay. I mean, there's like 1 or 2, but I don't like how they actually flow. I don't like it. So I'm trying to make a better one. There's plenty of really good ones if you're playing modded on PC. Go check out Yumble, right? Really, really great intersections, but not at all replicatable using the vanilla traffic flow without being able to control some of the lanes. This ends up being much more efficient. And in the right space. Like, I wouldn't probably, this is just me messing around here with built-in map traffic. I wouldn't make this a major highway interchange, but a highway exit probably to like a, you know, the service road that hooks up to the main street. But I really like this. I think I'm very close on figuring out how to make this a little bit sharper. This is a tough one coming off of here. I've got to move this node, and I should be able to make this kind of line up a little bit tighter here. But that actually requires a little bit of trickery and kind of glitching the game out almost. To move the node and shove the road sideways takes a lot of road placing and deleting. So we'll try and get it as close as a good shape as we can, and something that's really easy to repeat. And I'm going to try and come up with a bunch of intersections like that. And we could, of course, decorate it a little bit here. Oversaturate it with trees that animate in poorly. But of course, you know what every good intersection needs? Is an absolutely gigantic rock somewhere. Can we get it? Probably not. Oh, it's close. It's very close. Here. There you go. Ah. Let's see here. Really unfortunate gameplay mechanics. Seriously suck the wind out of my sails. I don't want a new. Do I want a new? I don't want a new. So working on the park flow, I'll figure that one out. May or may not have started a new tutorial series, which I may or may not actually upload. I don't know. I was going to reboot for 2023. I don't know that's entirely necessary. Gonna do something different. And I think focusing on some of these intersections that are convertible to console are the way to go. Yeah, okay. Well, Greenwood, that is not financial district. We might be going back to that, honestly. And we'll just put a bunch of the uniques over there and do regular office zoning. Maybe some IT cluster. Those are super repetitive, though. There's not enough buildings in that design, unfortunately. Yeah. I think I'm just doing regular office over here. And probably should change this name. Let's see. Let me see. This can be the chagrin. Okay. 3 times speed. Can we move some people in? Can we move some offices in? I mean, rather. Perfect. We can start spreading some power around here. Move a bunch of stuff in and then move some stuff out with plazas. I hope they change that UI because I'm not doing that stock game with this UI. I dropped a bunch of service stuff over here. Is that not zonable? Fine. All the service stuff right here. Some bushes, some parks, some decoration. We got a taxi stand, cemetery, police, fire, and what the heck is this? Oh, parks. That's the parks building. Road maintenance depot. There we go. That's what it was. But this is my favorite. Here come the people off the train to come into the city. And where do they go? Most of them come into this park. I didn't set it up in a way where I can have a gate on both sides, but it's fine. They paid money on the train. They can pay money when they leave, like these people. Should put a toll booth. Toll booth on top of it all. Every time there's a baseball game, we get a ton of money. So I think we'll probably have to do like a football stadium over here. We'll get some different games going, get it all hooked in. So like, I think I think the regular offices have a really good look. I think they're better than the better than any of the DLC ones so far. Wall to wall is pretty good, I will say. The IT cluster was too repetitive. And yeah, financial districts. Just seeing that in Greenwood, I'm good. Where are the uniques? Nope, uniques. So does this one have? This one has a twinsy that is short. So where can we do this? Okay, let's see what we got for space here. So if we do what, grass-lined? Grass-lined one way? Tree-lined? Something that doesn't have parking. Do we have snapping on? Is it gonna let me? We may have to make some nodes to break some nodes here. So what if do that and that? Is that about straight? That could work. We can connect that with pedestrian paths if we want. Back to uniques. Do we do the toll booth too, do you think? Is that where we're at with this neighborhood at this point? So let's do the tall one on this side. Can we go all the way over? Is this other one gonna have the same footprint? So how many across is this? 5? I could deal with that. Spread a couple of these out in the area. May not use all the tall ones. Some of these are like ridiculously large, but maybe that's what we go for over here. Maybe we put like a ton of uniques and bring a bunch of tourists in and charge them tolls and crazy high prices to get around through all the different parks. I'm pretty sure that's what we did. That's how we make a financial district, right? Exactly. Thank you, AC. Oh, man. I think we're going to have to add a ton of parks over here. I think that's what we do. Let's line this one up with this road. That way or that way? That way? That's fine. I wish we had like a surface painter too. That would be really cool to really plaza this whole thing. Maybe we have to fine tune and replace this. Zoning wise, what do we got? We got demand for some commercial. Let's see. Do we put the commercial strip like around this main beltway that's feeding traffic in and out of the train station? That could work. Right, get them to do some shopping over here. We'll just load this up. All kinds of stuff. Like when I'm halfway through this, I think to myself, like, you could have just painted it. It would have been so much faster. Okay, so commercial there. We'll figure out another spot. Do I have another? I feel like I have one more beltway like that. It's much more spread out, maybe. Do we, you know, destroy nature for a mall? I feel like this is going to be maybe another park over here that we walk people through. What do we do for the train? Like, I guess I could move this street back one and just move the train back so there's enough room for park gates on both sides. I think one more square even would be enough. I think that it would. I could test it before I move it, but that's not as fun. We got a lot of, you know what that means? Games in town. Oh, hey, you know what else? We've got there are technically new pedestrians and cats and stuff now. It's not probably a good time to check that out when everybody's coming into town for a game, because they're all going to be wearing the same color. Apparently we're playing the purple team. Oh, yeah, game's on. Getting routed. Oh, we're the purple team. That makes sense. We were the purple team. Can we name it? Baseball park? No. Can we name the team? Oh, we can charge more for tickets though. How do we not do that yet? Springdale. Hey, Springdale. GG. Too bad we won. Rip Springdale. There we go. Yeah, it's much better. Did they change their outfits? We changed the team color. Did you change your outfits, fans? Have you bought the new jerseys yet? They're expensive. Okay, so we're charging more. We're charging more for the game that they're coming into town to watch. Did we move the train station back? I feel like we do. Did I do a train? Oh, I do have train lines carrying people around the city as well, so that would actually, it's going to screw that up. I'll do this later. We don't need to do this right now. But we will do that. There's going to be more parks around here. For certain. Oh, look at, we got a ton more office demand. Let's keep filling in here. And figure out where we can put some more really tall ones. We can probably get rid of a lot of this power line now, I would think. That should be spreading to most of these places, right? We don't need this anymore. This ridiculousness. We start moving people in on the main. Okay, so that last one was one too many. Come on, move in there so that we can spread power. Thank you. No, look at that little office. Get out of here. Oh, is it complaining about this because I don't have the roads turned the right way? That's handy. Okay, so that's connected now. We need more tiny little plazas that we can build in. I don't think we don't unlock any of those, and we may not. We're good. Everything's fine.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
We're good. Everything's fine. See, the octopus is fine. Okay, let's get a little more height over here. I kind of like those. I mean, none of these are bad. Feinbull did an amazing job with these skyscrapers. Those are a little big footprint wise. We certainly could use some of those. Some of them are ginormous. I'm excited to see what Rich does with these. Rich is all about Skylines. We're gonna use these. I like these two. Marshalltown Tower and Center. That should be the shorter one here. Can I get right up on that road, please? I want right there. So that we can go right there. And we can do something crazy with a plaza space back here. In fact, we could just pedestrianize that road, probably. It would probably make more sense. Can you upgrade? You can upgrade, right? Okay. Oh, it's doing that thing again. No. Okay. So you ready for another new bug? Okay. Straight tool. Snapping. Okay. See this? Do you see this road? Like, you see how, like, I'm on the ground? Right? I'm on the ground. So if you draw the road to there, you're fine. If you go one more tick out, it elevates the road. In fact, it's elevating the road on this side. And like, that doesn't seem off to me, but like, that's now not zonable space for like a pedestrian building, for example. And I don't know why, but this has been happening pretty consistently for me. And I've flattened, I've rebuilt areas, I've changed angles, and I have not been able to make it any better. So like the road doesn't snap right. Good night, Apple. I know she was burnt from the new job. I'm kind of burnt from this, to be honest. Before maybe you should send the dog down. Maybe we should call it a night. Because nothing's working. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I've been a fan of a lot, and it's pretty clear I've got my reservations about this. So before you plunk down, that is my advice. If you're on console, it's a very strange experience. Maps you can't really utilize in a good way, and definitely ignore that. That's just on the side of the map. That is not how you manage traffic in this game. That is also not how you design aesthetically. It's just everything crammed on the side of the map that I didn't need. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make it all look pretty like that, okay? Stay tuned. Edge of map fog next, maybe not. We'll call it quits because edge of map fog doesn't get any better. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll call it quits here. Message delivered. Spend your money wisely. And AC, let me know about those DLCs because those I recommend and happen to have keys. So, yeah. I want to be excited for it. Maybe they'll patch it. Maybe they'll make the stock experience better. But I'm not waiting through that to upgrade it the way that it is. I'm gonna go get the dog out. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate. Rest. Be good. Build something fun. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna work on that Parklo Co. Let me know what you think of the name. Parklo Co. Parklo for Co. Or the Co Parklo. Console-based partial clover leaf. I don't know. Come up with something good. Let me know. Let me know what rings. And that's what I'll be building next, I think. We'll come up with a cool way to formalize it. Appreciate all of you. Like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you in the next one. And we'll build something fun. And it won't be stock market related.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.